Hey everybody, welcome to Health, Work, and Wellness. I'm Rory Cohen and I'm one of the speakers at this year's event. And I'm here to give you 3 tips for how to get the most out of the event, how to maximize the investment you're making in time and money to attend. But before I do that, I just want to go over a few of the enhancements that you're going to see this year. You know, I speak all over the country, all over the United States and Canada on the implementation of ideas. And I know that people and organizations spend billions of money every year on training and education. But that also, without support, only 10% or less, sometimes as low as 1%, of people will ever take action on the ideas they get. You get all excited at the event, you get that event high, and then it's back to work Monday morning in the overwhelm, and all of the notes and business cards sit on a shelf collecting dust and training materials. I'm sure you can relate. Well, the first time that I ever went to a health, work, and wellness event, I was immediately impressed that Deb Connors and her team had a completely different orientation and take on implementation. They not only provided fabulous content and great speakers, but they understood the problems with implementation and made the conference into a kind of conversation where you don't just sit and listen to the speaker, but you're engaged with the material and you're actually thinking about how to apply it when you leave. Well, this year they've stepped that up, stepped that strategy up even more. They've implemented something they're calling a Take Action series, and there's going to be several components to that. I'll just go over 2 of them. One is that throughout the event there will be 3 Take Action sessions that are open to all delegates, and I'll be leading those. I'll be presenting at each one a different aspect of successful implementation, and it'll give you a chance to kind of step back, regroup, digest, and let the most highly leveraged actions you have come up with, the ideas that you've come up with, kind of rise to the surface. So that's the first thing that's happening. And then there'll also be something called the Implementation Station that's being hosted at the booth of the sponsor of the Take Action series. And I'll be there at certain hours throughout the conference to talk with you individually about your implementation challenges. So now I want to give you 3 tips for getting the most out of this conference, or really any conference or training that you might go to. Tip 1. Last year we talked about starting with the end in mind and coming to the conference with a clear vision for what you want to achieve. And this year I want to turn that around a little bit. I want to have you thinking about, over the next weeks and months, what are some of the complaints you're hearing? What are complaints that you have or that you're hearing from others? What seems off or what's bothering you? And we're going to, at the sessions, look at the content that's hidden within those complaints and turn them into powerful strategies for action. So for now, I just really want you to notice the complaints, write them down, just become conscious and aware of them. Tip 2. Last year, again, we talked about organizing your notes to set yourself up for successful implementation afterwards. And the tip there was to have a separate piece of paper that you keep track of all the big ideas that come up for you while the speaker's talking, and then circle the top 3 so that by the end of each session you have a priority of ideas, and then by the end of the conference you can further prioritize. You're sort of setting yourself up for action in that way. Well, this year Health, Work, and Wellness has taken that a step further and made it even easier. They have created an implementation journal that you're going to get as part of your materials. And this will help you not only keep track of your ideas in this powerful way and all of the other resources, but it also will include some planning documents and some support and tools for you to take those ideas and really get started in implementing them when you get back. So you'll stay engaged with the material without having all those piles of notes you have to go through. So really be sure to use that journal. It will help you keep your ideas organized and prioritized. Remember, you only have to have one good idea when you leave and take action on that one good idea, and you will feel the power of that. Tip 3, one of my favorites, push your networking comfort zone. It's been said that within your circle of influence, your social network and your professional network, you can find the resources to achieve anything. So the bigger your support system is, the bigger your network is, the more powerful you will be. So networking is a way to expand that social network. And for some of you that's really easy. It comes easy to talk to strangers. You know, I'm somebody that it's very easy for. And for others, going to a cocktail party where you don't know anyone is just a horrible experience. So if you're somebody who feels uncomfortable with networking, you're missing out on the wealth of opportunity that's available at a conference like this, where there are people from all over the country who are doing the kind of work that you want to be tapping into. So here's an idea for stretching your networking. It's a simple script. We call it speed networking. I didn't make it up. It's called speed networking. And so what you do is you say at the wine and cheese, challenge yourself to do this. Go up to people, even if they're talking, because it's not usually a private conversation. Go up to them and say, "Hi, can I speed network with you?" They've probably seen this video and they know what you're talking about, and they'll say, "Sure." So then you just say your name, where you're from, what you're here at the conference to learn, what you're looking for, and maybe something about what you can offer. So I might say, for example, "Hi, I'm Rory Cohen. I'm a speaker at the event, and I'm here to help people implement their conference ideas and help them overcome implementation challenges." And then you would ask them for the same information. And maybe exchange business cards, and that's it. You've networked. It takes 2 to 3 minutes. It's very simple, and then you can just excuse yourself and go on to the next group, or you might have made a friend and you'll stay there and chat. So, so that's it. Those are the 3 tips. Notice the complaints, use the implementation journals to keep your notes organized for success, and push your networking comfort zone. Challenge yourself to get at least 2 business cards every day at the event from someone you don't know. I want to thank Human Solutions, who's been the sponsor of this year's implementation series, which is the take action sessions during the conference, the implementation station at their booth in the marketplace, the implementation journal you'll see in your materials, and of course the post-conference workshop that I lead, where I work with you and your team to develop a very specific action-oriented plan that you can implement as soon as you get back to your organization. And you also learn a system for teaching anybody how to implement. Well, that's it. I hope these will help you get the most out of any training or conference, and that will help you take action on your big ideas. The world is waiting to see what you come up with. See you in Vancouver.